Yo, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Beautiful Sunday morning. Uh, I've been up now for a little while, just laying around, contemplating things, thinking about this 8 plus hour since under 20, or should I say maybe $30 limit. And I haven't quite gotten it figured out yet, but I am working on it. And what's happening, man? I am thinking about it, and I will have the kinks worked out. I just have to go through my collection a little bit harder and try to remember all the fragrances that I did purchase that last. If not 8 hours plus, it'll be close to 8 hours, maybe the 7 hour mark, 7.5. But I am gonna work this out, and it will get done. But today, as you already know from the header, we're talking about the house of Armaf. And I don't know how many of you guys out there are really into Armaf. Um, I think the one that kind of, I'm not going to say sparked the flame. I think this fragrance actually ignited the whole building on fire for me. There was no spark. It just spontaneously combusted into flames. Um, the one that actually did it for me was the first one, Club de Nuit Intense Man, and I will review this one probably last. So we'll set that off to the side. Please do not ask me what the batch code is on that fragrance because, like I said last night, it's hard for me to see what's written on the bottom of the bottle. Yes, I know you have to hold it at an angle, shine the light on it. Um, you know, maybe shoot a flare gun or whatever the hell you got to do. Put on some 3D glasses or something. But I'm not finna go through all of that. If I can get it figured out, I'll give you guys that information. But as of right now, I'm not concerned with trying to get the batch code from that fragrance bottle. Um, Armaf is not a bad house whatsoever. Yes, they are a clone house, and a lot of people do have issues with clone houses for the simple fact that they believe that it takes money away from the originators of the fragrance they are mimicking. And me personally, I say two middle fingers to that because not everybody can run out and purchase fragrances for $100 and up. I have a problem with even kicking out $80 for a fragrance. But if people are out there making fragrances that mimic their favorite fragrance that they can't afford, I say more power to them. Uh, I just feel like there's too much emphasis on. I know a lot of people hate when people say this. There's too much emphasis sometimes on flavored water. Uh, I think that people should be able to buy whatever the fuck they want to buy and not be judged on it. So just because one person can go out and spend $80, $90 or $100 or $500 on a fucking bottle of Creed Aventus, that does not mean that the little guy like me who can't afford that fragrance can't smell just as good by going out and spending $35 on something like Club de Nuit Intense Man. I'm sorry, I do not jump on that boat with those people who downplay clone houses. There are some damn good clone houses out there who get just as close to the original as possible and make it affordable for us. And as long as they keep making clones and I'm interested in them, I am going to buy the fuck out of them. And until they make a law saying that we can't buy them or that these houses can't clone fragrances anymore, then that's the only time I'm gonna stop. And then on top of that, when you do that, then there becomes bootlegging and stuff like that. So I'm gonna rock till the wheels fall off. I don't know about you guys, but I love fragrances, and I can't always purchase them high ass price fragrances. So with that being said, if I can get my phone to stop buffering here, we can get started, because I don't want to just hold up a bottle and say, this smells good, buy it. This is that, don't buy it. I want to give you guys note breakdowns. Yes, you're right. Um, you cannot, and it is illegal for them to try and stop people. You may not be able to use the exact same notes or ingredients, but you can get it as close to the scent as possible. So, and I don't know what the hell is going on with my phone. I'm literally just sitting here, and it's just, if you can see it. Oh, now it wants to load. But just a few seconds ago, I had a lot of, see all this buffering going on? Okay, now it wants to load. Some of it anyway. So since this one is already on the screen, we're going to go with Aura. So Aura is one that is considered to be a clone of um, Invictus. And I get that. It does smell damn similar to it. This is actually the box presentation. If you're not sure, it's Aura by Armaf. This is actually Eau de Parfum, 100 ml bottle. If you guys are interested in the batch code, it is actually here on the bottom of the box. If you can see it, I don't want to focus. Anyway, the batch code on this one is 247951, and it also has the 13422. Fragrance made in France. Sterling Parfums, and just a basic box. It has texture to it like alligator skin or something, and then this is, I guess, supposed to feel like wood or something. I'm not sure, but it's the same as on the bottle. Has ingredients on the back, nothing on the sides. The top just has the Armaf logo. The bottom, like I said, batch code and all that good stuff on it. Some Arabic or whatever type language on the bottom. Bottle is not bad. Not my favorite. It is see-through here, and it's a brown looking color. As you see, I have not used that much of the juice. I've probably worn this maybe once or twice. Magnetic top. It's not strong, so you can't hold it by the top. So don't even try it. It's not strong enough to do that. Pretty cheap top. It's plastic. Atomizer. And let me get me some of this paper. Atomizer is pretty good on most Armaf fragrances. Nice mist. And this does smell just like Invictus to me. Opens up, it has like a grape type smell to it. Kind of fruity. I like it. That's one reason why I haven't bought Invictus, but I think I still might buy Invictus just to have it in the collection, since I have um, Invictus Aqua and Invictus Intense right now, just to have the trifecta. I am right now trying to work out a deal with one of my subscribers. He wants to trade for Invictus Aqua because I said Invictus Aqua is not all that everybody makes it out to be. Well, the batch I have, 2018. Now, the original with the frosted glass is the better batch from what I hear. I've never smelled it, but the 2018 version is okay. I still think Bulgari Aquamarine is better. So if I can work this deal out with this subscriber, then he'll be the proud owner of 2018 Invictus Aqua, and hopefully he has something decent for me to get in return. But very nice fragrance here. Aura is. It actually has Armaf written on the side. You have information on the bottom sticker. Um, it's a decent bottle. It's not the best. The note breakdown, you get enticing top note combined. It's enticing top notes combine fresh fruit essences such as apple and lemon for a crisp entrance, mixed with a spicy emphasis from black cardamom. The entrance fades into the middle notes that include an oriental mix of pepper and floral fragrances such as geranium, iris, violet, and lavender. The scent finishes with warm notes of woodsy amber, musk, and sandalwood for a strong base that has moderate longevity and doesn't overpower. This is an aromatic scent that delivers fresh and spicy impressions. Very nice fragrance. I like it a lot. And on Fragrance X, with the 15% off applied, it is $27.62, and you cannot beat that. You may be able to find it cheaper. Yes, guys, I know there are other websites that you can find these fragrances for cheap. So don't jump down my throat and be saying, oh, go on what you call it and so and such and find it for this price and that price, and you can get a 100% discount off on whatever. Like, I know all of this. I understand. But the website I'm using right now is Fragrance X, and this is just the information that I'm giving you from Fragrance X. I'm not going to go through and look at Fragrance Net or Fragrance Up My Ass or whatever other website you have out there and try to get you all this information. I do want to leave something for you guys to do, some kind of homework. So please don't jump in the comment section and saying yada yada yada, so on and so forth. I know, guys. With that being said, let's move on to the next fragrance. And I think this is a very good alternative to Invictus, the original Invictus. If you're looking for a cheaper alternative, Aura is pretty decent. Instinct Pour Homme, which is like a off-brand from TJ Maxx, also is a great alternative to Invictus also. But if I had to choose between the two, I think I would pick this one, just because the bottle presentation, for one, is much better than Instinct. Instinct has one of the shittiest bottle presentations I have ever seen in my life, and I will show it to you right now. And I know this is all about Armaf this morning, but just being that I brought this up, I will show it. $12.99, one of them, what I like to call a TJ Maxx exclusive fragrance. They don't even put these in cases, so if someone steals it, they don't give a shit. But the only thing I hate about this bottle, the bottle itself is nice. It's pretty decent, as you can see. Except this top does not snap on, and it has this fake plastic chain holding the top, so that sucks. The sprayer is not bad, and I'll actually spray it. pretty good. Same exact scent. Has that grape-like vibe to it. That's the only thing I hate about this fragrance is the fact that the top is ugly and it don't stick and it has this cheap ass chain. And I actually thought about just ripping this shit off, but I chose not to. But with that being said, let's get that out of the way. Next up, Voyage. It's actually been called Voyage Brown because of the box and the color, but it's actually called Voyage Eau de Parfum. They also have Voyage Blue, which is supposed to be a Bleu de Chanel clone. I've smelled it, and to me, it has a similarity, but it doesn't smell close enough to Bleu de Chanel, which is why I didn't purchase it. But I still may get it just to have it in the collection. But I already have a pretty decent Bleu de Chanel clone, which is Perry Ellis by Perry Ellis. If there's something else out there, I'm pretty sure somebody will let me know. Right now, I'm cool. Voyage Brown. See if I can find it. And this thing is still buffering. And I still want to get my hands on Armaf Craze because I heard that that is a very nice fragrance. Also, Armaf Futura is pretty decent, but it's always out of stock. Um, and Futura L'Homme, in which the store here has it, but they just high as hell. And now we're into the niche stuff about Armaf that I'm not. Here we are. Okay, so Voyage Brown or Voyage Eau de Parfum 100 ml bottle. This is what the box looked like, and if you've already seen Voyage Blue, it's the same exact box, except it says Voyage Blue, and it's in blue and not this brown or burgundy looking color. Um, Not much going on here. Armaf logo on the top, like a metallic thing here with Armaf. The Voyage Eau de Parfum in the middle. Um, the back just has basic ingredients, and the bottom has batch code on it, which is 231542 01793, and it says 04 2017, made in France also. This bottle actually is a little better than Aura because you can hold this one by the top, but if you shake it, it will fall off. So the magnet is a little stronger. It does have like this, I don't think this is real leather. It's probably like some kind of cheap ass material, but it's wrapped in some kind of pleather or leather like material. Not bad. You can see the juice through the bottom. On the bottom of the box, it also has, the bottle I should say, has batch code. Uh, it's stamped onto the glass, and there's a sticker on the bottom also with information. Atomizer is pretty good also. That's, if you can see it, that's damn good. I can't quite place what this is supposed to be a clone of. I keep getting Iris, like that kind of lipstick kind of vibe that you get from uh what is it? From the Dior line of fragrances. I'm not sure what it's supposed to mimic, but it smells nice. It's not the best, but it smells okay. It's not sweet like you expect it to be sweet from Armaf. You do get like a more of a gentleman type out of this. Let's see, and it also says Voyage Brown on the Fragrance X website. It says Armaf Voyage Brown Cologne by Armaf. It suggests Armaf Voyage Brown is made for the man who wants to explore and go to new places. The aura of this fragrance is one of an adventurer, someone who isn't afraid to try new things. It has an overall spicy scent to it that is a bit exotic and mysterious. The top notes feature sage, cardamom, iris. There's that iris I was talking about. It gives kind of like a lipstick or in most cases a powdery type vibe, but in this case it does smell lipsticky. Um, let's see, the top notes: sage, cardamom, iris, and grapefruit. The middle notes round out the fragrance with violet leaves, cinnamon, and lavender. The base of the fragrance features tonka bean, which gives you that sweetness, which it's a tad bit sweet. It's not sweet like Aura is. Tonka bean with woody notes to give it that grounding it needs. Let's see. It is out of stock, so it's not even giving me a price. But I think it's also like 20 some odd dollars, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't pay much for this one. I think I ordered this one. I'm not sure. I may have bought this from the store here. I think I also bought Aura from that store here. So I know I bought Seville from there, and I'll review that one next. Yeah, see, now the sweetness is starting to slide through a little bit. It's not like Aura is, that Invictus type sweet, but it is a little sweet. Next up, Seville. So let's go back and see if we can find Seville. And I'm sorry if this video is, taking up a lot of time. I have to go through. I don't like having to write down all the notes like I used to do when I can just use my phone. I think I slept wrong. My neck is a little sore on one side. Anyway, while this phone is being fucking retarded today, usually you can find most of these Armaf fragrances for pretty cheap. So don't get tricked into going to these fragrance stores and they'll sell you an Armaf for like 45 or 50, $55 when you can buy them online for like 20, 25, 30 bucks. Don't let these places shit you out your money. The first time I ever went to Perfume World in the mall here, and I seen some of his fragrances, and I told him straight up, I said, hey man, you selling this for, this price. Online, I can find it for this price. And he didn't believe it, so I had to pull it up and show it to him on the Fragrance X website. I forgot exactly what it was I was buying, but they definitely will inflate the prices to make money. And I understand the game. I do get it. You have to make money somewhere, and if you just always breaking even, you're not gonna get ahead like that. So I understand the game, but what you're not gonna do is you're not gonna use that game on me. You're not finna shit me. And if I do purchase a fragrance from them, it's gonna be well worth the money. It's not gonna be like some shit that I know I can purchase somewhere else. It has to be something that I know I cannot get my hands on the websites. Um, it has to be. And my damn phone just will not load back up. Site can't be reached. Alright, let's try something else. Because this is not working. I don't know what the hell is going on this morning with my phone. And like I said before, the internet service here sucks. The further away from the front office you are, the more shittier the service is going to be. And this phone doesn't have service yet. The glass is in for it. I just got to get the $40 to take it to them and let them fix it, and then I can switch my service back over to this one, because this phone is way bigger than the one I'm using right now, and I like this phone a lot. And I was at work one night and pulled it out my pocket and dropped it, and it fell face down, and when it hit the ground I instantly knew it was broke. So number one, I have to get a screen protector as soon as I get this fixed. And number two, I think I'm going to upgrade my case, OtterBox or whatever you want to call it, to one that's a little better. Alright, let's try this. Thank you, Jesus Christ. It's loading way faster now. So now we are looking at, I don't even know if this one is going to be on the website. I tried to type it in and it wouldn't pop up. So let's see. Yeah, it's not pulling it up. So I'm going to just have to pull this up. Just Google it. And that aura is pumping right now. I smell that over the other one I just smelled. Come on, phone. Jesus Christ. I do apologize, guys. This is so unorganized and unorthodox. Alright, so on eBay, it has the 100 ml bottle, which is what I have here, Eau de Parfum. The packaging is very nice. I like it. This is the box, and it opens like this. And I mean, it is cheap box. It's a cheap box, but still, you know, just the thought of it opening like that. On the top, Armaf. Bottom, Armaf. Nothing on the sides. The back has basic information, and it's written in a foreign language. You can't read half of this shit. Batch code 25177801105, made in France. And then it opens like this, and I like the bottle. I don't like the top. and it almost kind of reminds me of Instinct with this cheapness. The top does snap into place. It has this cheap plastic or pleathery type material holding the top on, which is dumb as fuck to me. When you could have just not did this and just put the top on like such, it would have looked better to me. On the inside, I never realized, but it says Armaf, if you can see it. Bottom, it has batch code, basic information, eau de parfum, and to show you guys the atomizer, and it's on my finger. That's what she said. Most of Armaf sprayers are pretty damn good. I'm not sure what this is supposed to be a clone of. It does have a sharpness to it, kind of like Bleu de Chanel. But it's not a clone of Bleu de Chanel, so don't get that twisted. It's a little more masculine than the rest of these are. It says it has a strong, spirited, and pulsating masculine scent, beginning with a citrus gust and sparkling spices, mingling with rich floral notes, resting on warm, sensual woods and amber. Like I said, I have no fucking idea what this is supposed to be a clone of, if it is a clone at all. I have to do some extensive research because I've never researched these fragrances to see. And most of the time when I type this in on YouTube, nobody has reviewed this that I know of. So it's going to be kind of hard for me to find out if this is a clone of something or not. But I can always ask. But with that being said, they have this one on eBay, and it is going for $29.99, and I'm not sure exactly how much I paid for this. I might have paid maybe $30, $35 for it, so not too bad. I've only worn this maybe once, and it's a pretty decent fragrance. It's not the best from Armaf. So with that being said, I mean, if you guys want to try it out, it's cheap enough that you can. Pretty decent. I don't highly recommend it, but I recommend it. Next up, this one is actually one, if I had known that it actually was a close clone to this fragrance, I wouldn't have bought this. And the fragrance I am talking about, that it is a very close clone of, almost identical, is Mont Blanc Legend. And Mont Blanc Legend, as you know, has a pineapple note. And some people will try to compare this to a Ventus, but this is not close to a Ventus at all. It doesn't even have the same dry down. It's just pineapple-y. And this one, Mont Blanc Legend, is not even really a strong pineapple. It smells more metallic pineapple to me. Not a bad fragrance though. It just doesn't last long on my skin. And even the intense version of this doesn't. It lasts longer than this, but it doesn't last as long as you would think. The better choice for me would be I can't even talk. Derby Clubhouse Gold. I love this packaging. It kind of reminds me a little bit. It has all these crowns and stuff on it. Kind of reminds me of some royal type stuff. Just has the Armaf logo on the top. On the back, nothing on the sides except for that same crown logo all over. You can feel it kind of. On the bottom, it does have batch code But they had it etched onto the box, and with it being kind of a sitting on the counter for so long, you can't even hardly see the batch code. So sorry guys, can't give you that. This is probably the nicest bottle that I have seen from the house of Armaf, and this shit is nice. It's gold, obviously not real gold, but it's gold looking. It has like this leather or pleather wrap around it. There's a plaque here, and it says Derby Clubhouse Gold Eau de Toilet 100 ml 3.4 ounce. Actually, you can get the batch code because it's on the bottom of the bottle, and it is 216656. This is 2016 edition, and it has an expiration date of 2021. So I only have a few years to use this, but I don't think I'm going to use it in time. This is what it is. Around the rim, you see Armaf here. It goes all the way around 3 different times, I believe. Yeah, 3 different times. It is a fingerprint magnet, but who gives 2 shits? I'm not the one to keep wiping off a damn bottle just because. But anyway, this top is heavy. It's metal. Oh shit! It's metal with plastic inside. It does snap into place. I would never recommend holding any fragrance, no matter how good the top is or it snaps into place. Please don't ever do that, because you never know. Sometimes you may think it's snapped on and it's not, or it may fail one day and you drop your fragrance and break it. And I don't know if this is like glass and it's colored, or is it encased in plastic or what, but you can't see through this at all, which I hate. But the atomizer, damn good on this one. And I like Derby Clubhouse Gold way, way better than Mont Blanc Legend. It actually lasts way longer, and I got more compliments wearing Derby Clubhouse Gold than I did Mont Blanc Legend or Mont Blanc Legend Intense. So if you want something that's a little cheaper than paying whatever my ex-girlfriend paid for this one, which came from Belk's, and she probably paid like 60, 70 bucks for this little ass bottle, 50 ml, when she could have got the same 50 ml for about 30 or 40 bucks at TJ Maxx, but she wouldn't listen to me. And I guess she's one of them chicks that thinks she's high maintenance or big time. So go ahead, big time. If you want to buy your boy some more, go ahead. I'm all for it. Spend spend as much hard-earned money on me as you possibly can. I'm not mad at you at all. But if you want something cheaper than paying for this, get this for like 20 some odd dollars, depending on what website you get it from. And it's damn good fragrance. It lasts almost all day. And this could be one of the ones I throw in that video, the 8+ hour scent video. Yes, this is a little bit more than 20 bucks, but it's well worth it. Let's see what the note breakdown is. And the note breakdown, let's see. First of all, $21.24 is what they cost on Fragrance X. So yes, this falls into that category, and this will be in the video. Let's see. The masculine version of Armaf Derby Clubhouse Gold is a woody, spicy fragrance perfect for the outgoing man. From the very start of the cologne, a spicy edge pervades. The top notes include the citry bergamot and coffee-like cardamom alongside a general spicy tone. Heart is where the sweeter side of the fragrance shines through. The middle notes include pineapple, apple, jasmine, and jasmine for a refreshingly juicy and floral accord. As the cologne starts to reach its peak, it is wrapped up in the warmer scent of amber, tonka bean, and cedar. So as you can see, it's sweet all the way fucking through. And I love it. Damn good fragrance. I was actually going to try Derby Clubhouse Blanche, which is the white and green bottle, but I never got around to it. And they say it smells similar to something else, and I just never got around to it because I think I already have what it smells like. But I may purchase it just to have the bottle in the collection, so it is what it is. Next up, I will go with one of the bottle presentations that Armaf has that is ugly as fuck, and I don't know why they went with this design. Even the box sucked, but this is the one that I came up with when I was looking for a clone of Dior Sauvage, which is a very, very, very popular fragrance, highly sought after when it first came out. People still live and die by it, and I wasn't willing to spend the coin for that shit. Luckily, somebody I ran into on YouTube talked about Armaf and the fact that Ventana smells like Shavathon. Who do I buy my Armafs from? I either order from Fragrance X if they're not out of stock, and a few of these I purchase from Perfume World in the mall, in which I don't advise because they sell fragrances that are almost double the price that you can get them for online. And Ventana is a damn close clone of Dior Sauvage, and I like this one better because the pepper note is not as strong as it is in Sauvage, and Dior Sauvage actually gives me a headache. I can tolerate this one better. It smells damn good. It's another one of them all day 8+ hour fragrances for me. I don't know about nobody else, but for me, this lasts all day, especially on my clothes. Released in 2016. Like I said, this is an ugly ass bottle. I hate it. This plastic casing around it. The top does snap into place. It's just ugly as fuck. I don't get it. And then the bottle actually sits encased in this plastic joint. As you can see, the bottle stops at a certain point, and then the bottom you can see through. Why they did this, I don't know. Atomizer is damn good. And to me, it does smell almost identical. Of course, you will pick up differences, but to me, it's close enough to me. I like it. It doesn't give a price because it's out of stock. So I paid like $25 or $24 for this. I'll look it up in a second. But this one is released in 2016. Yes, this has a batch code. So let me give you this. Batch code is 232440. 2017 to 2022. Released in 2016. It is a floral woody scent that starts with fruit notes such as grapefruit, lemon, mandarin orange, bergamot at the top. In the middle, you get patchouli, lavender, geranium, and vetiver. Amber, labdadum, and cedar and precious woods comprise the base notes. So that's what you get in this one. And let's see what the prices look like. Fragrance Net has Ventana for $21.41. Walmart has it for $26. eBay $44.99. Another eBay site has it for $18.79. Then Walmart has a plethora of theirs. Amazon has it for $27. eBay has it for different prices also. So it's also gonna fall into the 8+ hour scent range. Um, Not bad, not bad at all. So if you're looking for a Dior Sauvage cologne, Ventana is the way to go. Unless you know of something else that's out there that's closer. But to me, Ventana is good enough for me, and I'm cool with it. And next up, we have one of my favorites. And this is actually a favorite of mine just for the simple fact that when I wore it, it got me so many compliments and it smells so nice. It's actually supposed to be a clone of Green Irish Tweed by Creed. Um, Also has some other flankers that smell similar to it. But we're not going to get into that. This one actually is going for $22.06. So this is another one that can go into that 8+ hour mark for under 20, which actually is a little over 20, but it's close enough. It is Tres Nuit. And if you guys know anything about Green Irish Tweed, in which I have no idea what it smells like, the original, especially the one from Creed, I really don't give two shits because this is good enough for me. Tres Nuit has an oddly shaped bottle. At times, kind of hard to hold when you spray because it's kind of bulky at the bottom. You have to figure out how to hold it without dropping it. Luckily, I have big hands, so I can maneuver it. The box, let's see, it's not bad. It has like a felt looking filling material on the front. Somebody has on a pair of pants or a dress or something, and there's a belt here. The back of it is just smooth. The belt goes all the way around. Batch code and information on the bottom. The batch code is 26398003336. 2018 to 2023. Made in France. Damn good fragrance. It has this same leather belt looking thing on the bottom. And on the bottom of the bottle, on the strap, it gives ingredient information. It says Tres Nuit here on the buckle part. Pour on. The top does snap on. It's plastic. Has a little bit of weight to it. Not bad. It says Armaf on the top. And let me show you what the atomizer does. Tres Nuit is a beautiful fragrance to me. This is beautiful, man. I actually like this one better than Aspen and better than Cool Water and all that other stuff. This opens sweet and it ends sweet. It does give you like a green type vibe a little bit, like piney forest type stuff. But women love this fragrance. And I got so much attention when I wore this. Um, Damn good fragrance. So if you guys don't have it, pick it up. That's Tres Nuit. And if I'm saying it wrong, I am sorry. No, I do not have Armaf Craze because every time I try to find it online, it's always, no matter what website I go to. So don't jump down my throat, Shave-a-thon, because I know how you get sometimes. Um, it's always out of stock. And I went to a fragrance store in Savannah, Georgia, and they actually had it, but they had, I think it was Craze Noir or something like that. They didn't have the regular Craze in the orange bottle. That's the one I want, the original. Um, I don't deal with eBay, so please don't say that either. I don't fool with eBay like that at all. It's too much shitting people and scamming going on, and people selling fake bottles of stuff, or they'll sell you a real bottle, but it has something different. They'll pull the original juice out and put some bullshit in there or some water or something. I don't have time for all of that. Yeah, I'm going to go back and read. I just want to get through this last fragrance. I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just trying to get through this. Tres Nuit says, this lovely fragrance for men could well be the ideal aroma for spring and summer evening out. The top notes of lemon, lemon verdenia, and iris project a light air of sweetness and freshness to our mouth. Tres Nuit. As name implies, this nuanced fragrance is born after the sun goes down. The middle notes of violet and lavender continue the cheerful theme with a hint of spice too. The more exotic notes of ambergris and sandalwood round out the base scale of scents. So, despite what anybody else says, I love Tres Nuit. It performs greatly to me, and I've had no issues with it. Every time I put it on, women always ask what I have on or say that I smell good. So there's that. And last but not least, the fragrance that you all know well, the one that kind of sparked it all for the House of Armaf, that set the world on fire when everyone was looking for, well, when people were looking for a clone of Creed's Aventus. Here comes Club de Nuit Intense. Man, this is the absolute first fragrance that I have ever purchased from Armaf, and I'm glad I did. I love this shit. I thought when I first pulled this out of the box, I thought the bottle was amazing. Um, it's not the greatest bottle ever made, but it is very elegant, very nice. And Fragrance X sells this for $33.99. That's with the 15% off applied. I've seen it go up to about $35 to $40, but now it's back down some. Yes, there are other places that you can find this probably for cheaper. I know. I don't have the box because this is one of the first ones I purchased and I got rid of it. Yes, the batch code is on the bottom of the bottle, but being that this is a black bottle and the writing looked kind of black also, it's hard for me to see. And like I said in the beginning, I'm not about to sit here and try to shine a light and see what it is and all that kind of crazy shit. I'll try to figure this out some other time because there are people who want to know the batch code on my bottle. I've had this probably about 2 years, maybe. So I don't know. Let's see. Club de Nuit Intense Cologne for Men is a captivating blend of fruity accords with a smoldering dry down that gives the impression of a high-end cologne at a surprisingly reasonable price. Top notes of pineapple, bergamot, lemon, blackcurrant, and apple will draw you in with their friendly mix of aromas. The heart note of rose, jasmine, and birch give this cologne a soft, romantic appeal. Finally, base notes of vanilla, musk, ambergris, and patchouli provide a finish that is warm and full. This is a magnificent cologne with a scent that is inviting and exciting. Let's see. This was released in 2015. So, I mean, what's not to be said about this fragrance that hasn't already been said? This shit is beautiful as fuck. The opening is harsh. I will say that because at first I got kind of offended when people kept saying that because I thought it was nice. I like lemon. I don't like to sit here and suck on lemon, but I like lemonade. I like fresh lemon in my lemonade. And of course, people are going to find it kind of offensive when you first put this on. Let it dry down. It dries down to a great finish. And to my nose, I'm not speaking for you 5 viewers right now that's on here or anyone else who's going to jump in and see this video. Just to my nose, personal opinion, because I have smelled Aventus in Atlanta, and I have a sample of one here that my guy Coop sent me. And on the dry down, those two fragrances smell the same to me. Yes, the opening is different because there is lemon in here. There is pineapple in Aventus. There is a difference. Maybe you can pick out the difference in the dry down, but to me, smelling them side by side when they dried, I think they smell similar to me. And that's why I always say I would much rather have this over that one because I purchased this one first. And not Aventus because it is so high. And I'm going to get to that in a second, Shave-a-thon, because that's something I want to know about too. Because I noticed on different bottles, even on the picture, the medallion is in the middle on the picture, but on another website you will see the medallion off to the side like it is here. I don't know what that means, but to me, I don't give a shit because this shit smells good as fuck. It lasts 8+ hours on my skin, on my clothes. I've sprayed this on my shirt before, and I've washed my clothes and pulled my clothes out of the washer, dried them with a dryer sheet, and they still, my shirt smelled like this. So regardless as to what anybody says about this fragrance or the bottle or the medallion or whatever, the batch code, whatever you might say, this shit performs. So now, with that being said, let's get to some of these comments. Let's see. You do know the medallion is supposed to be in the middle of the bottle. I've emailed and messaged Armaf Sterling Parfum several times and asked where their quality control is. No response. Of course, you're probably not going to get no response because personally, they probably don't give two shits. It's probably just all about making money. They don't give two fucks. And, you know, especially when reformulation happens, people don't give two shits that you complain, that we complain about the performance. Shit doesn't last long anymore. They don't give a fuck. They just want to find cheaper ingredients, or they take out something or add something in and it changes the whole dynamic of something, and they don't give a fuck. They know people are still going to buy it regardless. Now, they probably would change it back if they found out if they found out that people were gonna stop buying their shit altogether, then they don't want to go out of business, and they probably would change the formula back. But as of right now, they don't give a fuck. Hold your bottle up to the light and see if there are any scratches. It's too late for you to do the first spray. Yeah, when I first sprayed this, I didn't get any sprays. When I first sprayed it, I remember that vividly. I think it took like 2 or 3 sprays before I got juice. And like I said, I did notice the medallion thing a while back. I just never mentioned it. I think I did mention it in one of my videos. I think I did. And I asked somebody about that, and they said they didn't know. But I did notice that on some pictures, you see the medallion straight down. And on some other pictures, you see the medallion off to the side. So I don't know what the deal is with that. But like I said, this thing performs like a champ for me. So the medallion could have been on the bottom of this motherfucking bottle, and I wouldn't give a shit as long as it performed like it's supposed to. But that's just my opinion. Armaf may operate on a small budget, no advertising. Who knows how many employees they have? Yeah, you're right about that. That's why it's strong. You got a perfect bottle. Many others have bought used bottles and complain it's not strong. Their bottles are refilled with water. Yeah, I can get that too. I can understand that completely. I have never, that I can remember, had a bottle or purchased a bottle that I got juice on the first spray. If you see me spray any of these fragrances, it's because I've used them already. And that's why I get spray on the first, I get juice on the first spray. I've used everything I have here. If I didn't spray them on and use them, I at least tested them at some point in time. So usually it takes about 2 or 3 decent pumps before I get juice. Like I said, I don't remember ever being able to just spray a bottle and got straight juice. I don't remember if I did or not, but I understand what you're saying. Let's see. I'm going back through Club De Nuit Intense. Man is currently 28 on Fragrance Net, 22 if you use. Okay. Armaf uses batch dates. You don't need the code. Okay. It's pretty amazing that Armaf sold so many bottles of Club De Nuit with no advertisement, just word of mouth, Facebook groups, and fragrance forums. Yeah. Armaf don't do commercials. They haven't done like any promotions or nothing like that. Like you said, it's been word of mouth. Like I found out about Armaf through like some of the reviewers I was watching, because it was very hyped up and people were wanting to see what the hype was about, especially being compared to Aventus, one of the quote unquote greatest fragrances. They call it the grandfather of fragrances now, or the whatever they call Aventus now. Whatever the case may be. I don't hate that fragrance. I just don't like the price. I've said that many times. If the price was better, then I'd talk better about it. But as of right now, until that price comes down and I can afford it, it's going to be what it is with me. I've had success with Fragrance Net, but returned about 4 bottles for being weak. Yeah, they probably were weak because they were probably sold to somebody and they didn't want them and they returned them, and they probably resealed them or repackaged the bottle in the box and resold them. So air was already in the bottle by them spraying it or whatever, or however you want to call it. Whatever happens, they pulled some juice out and did something. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there, but you never know. You probably got one of them bottles. I know you said you don't order Fragrance Net, but I had some success with them. Yeah, I've had success with Fragrance Net also. The only issue I had with Fragrance Net is that it took so fucking long for my shit to get here. Like Fragrance X, if I order on Friday when I get paid, day of that following week, my shit would be here. Fragrance Net, it took almost 2 weeks for my shit to get here. And especially with something that I'm highly anticipating getting. Like I ordered this is something that was highly talked about. This is Ferragamo Uomo. And if you don't know about this one, you need to do your homework because it has a note of tiramisu. It's super sweet. It's a super sweet gourmand fragrance. I like it. You do not want to overspray this though. But I ordered this from Fragrance Net. And it took damn near 2 weeks for this shit to get here. When it only actually should have took about 5 days at the max. 5 to 7 days. It took almost 2 whole weeks for this shit. I'm like, where the fuck did this shit come from? Mars? Like, goddamn, it shouldn't take that fucking long. So the only time I really order from Fragrance Net is if it's not on Fragrance X or some other website that I use. That's the only time I'll order from Fragrance Net. And I have to prepare myself for the wait. Read my comment about Savage. 5 comments back. Women seem to love aquatics. They like Nautical Voyage and many others. That's why they like Blue de Chanel. Yeah, Blue de Chanel is a very nice fragrance. I like it. I just can't afford it because it's high as fuck still to this day. The price has came down a little, but it's still like 80 some odd dollars. I seen it in Ulta, and it's still high. And one day I was just gonna say fuck it and get it, and then I walked in and I changed my fucking mind. Do you have Armaf craze? No, I already answered that question. With Armaf, always check that first spray. Yada yada yada. Yeah, I do that. Sounds like Fragrance X has year-old bottles of Ventana. Maybe Armaf doesn't cook up the juice that often. Could be. Armaf bottles have dates. You need batch codes. 3 or 4 different batch formulation of Dior Sauvage. 2015 is strongest. 2019 bottles are strong. Macy sold me a April 2018 bottle, 1 year old. I'm upset. I called Dior. Never buy Armaf from eBay sellers. I never buy anything from eBay, period. I know you guys probably do. I don't trust eBay at all, period. I don't even trust Craigslist. And I actually bought a few things from Craigslist, but when I started hearing about people meeting people and getting robbed and killed and shit like that, I don't fuck with none of that shit no more. If I can't buy from like Fragrance Warehouse or, you know, something like Fragrance X or Fragrance Net or some shit like that, I don't fucks with it. I don't trust people, period. Because people will scam you. People will shit on you. They will try you. Especially if they know you won't be able to get in contact with them or you can't find them. I don't play like that. I don't play with my money like that. And I don't play with other people's money like that. Trust me. If it's enough money involved, I'm going to find your motherfucking ass. Trust me. And it's going to be problems. Ventana smells like Sauvage. Yes, it's a clone of Sauvage. Who do I buy? Fingerprint Magnet. They had one of those. What's a good Armaf fragrance in your opinion besides Club de Nuit Intense? Man, I didn't see that one. Outdoors Addiction. If you still on here, I'm going to answer it regardless of whether he's on here or not. Besides Club de Nuit Intense, man, I think the next best thing is probably Tres Nuit. I have had Le Parfait, which is a great one also, which is about 20 some odd dollars. maybe cheaper now. But at the time, I think I paid like between $22 and $25 for it. But Le Parfait is a combination of Club de Nuit Intense Man and Green Irish Tweed, Trace Nuit mixed together, and it's very nice. I like it, and women liked it when I wore it too. I sold my bottle to a coworker for her man, and she liked it on him. She didn't at first, but it had to grow on her. But it smells nice. But from the ones I have here, I think Trace Nuit is probably second best in my opinion. I like Ventana a lot, but scent wise, I like the sweetness in this. This is very nice. I would have said Aura because it smells like Invictus, but since my co-worker wears it a lot, I don't even wear this shit, so I can't say that. Yeah, Bruce Taylor, Le Parfait. Le Parfait is very nice. I would buy that one again, but since I already have Trace Nuit and Club de Nuit Intense Man, there's no need for me to own that unless I just want it back in the collection. That's why people shop online than in these high-ass price stores. It's ridiculous. Yes, it is. Tag Him. I have smelled Tag Him, and I was not impressed. It is not close enough to Bleu de Chanel to me. That's why I didn't buy it. Alright, I've been through all of those. All you guys have got to join the fragrance Facebook groups and forums. You'll see a lot more detailed information with photos that I post. Amazon sent me and many others used bottles. Check their reviews. I'd use Amazon. See if Ashton knows any of the stuff I've been saying. Secondly, they have another shipping who packs orders. It takes longer. They have 4 times the sales of Fragrance X to save money on shipping. They use Smart Post. Okay. I understand that. Shavathon, just reading your comments, it sounds like, I don't know, it kind of feels like to me like you're getting kind of, I don't want to say in your feelings or whatever. Like, we don't believe you or we don't trust you or something like that. It's not that. People just have things that they've been through already, or we just don't trust certain things. And sometimes you can't always listen to what other people say. You have to, like, do your homework. Like, I don't come on here and tell you guys to like, really trust me. Because I do say trust me when I say whatever. But you have to do your homework for yourself. And for you to give us information, leading us to certain things, I, for one, appreciate it. And I always say when I come on, I'm not the most knowledgeable guy. I don't know everything. I'm not the best when it comes to these fragrance things. I just know I have a collection with a little over 200 fragrances, and some people are interested. They like the fact that I have some good fragrances. So I come on here and do this basically for the fun. It is a little bit of a hobby, a little passion of mine. I'm not super passionate about it like Joy and other people, but don't never, and I know I just saw your comment saying that you're not whatever. Don't never let nobody get under your skin or ruffle your feathers. You know what I'm saying? We have fun. We talk about things on here. You're a very knowledgeable person, and I've said this myself when you first subscribed to my channel and you started commenting. I was like, this guy knows his shit. So why doesn't he have his own channel? And if you do, I don't know because I haven't researched it. I don't know much about what you got going on besides what you told me so far. But you seem like a very knowledgeable person. And if you had your own channel, if you don't already, I would subscribe to it. As far as fragrances, now I don't do all that other stuff like, beards and like shaving and all. Like I don't really care too much about that. I got my own thing. I do pretty decent with shaving my head, so it is what it is. I know people have certain creams they use, certain aftershaves and lotions and balms and you know what I'm saying, clippers and razors, and I know it's a broad spectrum of shit out there that you use to shave with, but you know what I'm saying, you seem to know a lot about fragrances and where you can get stuff from, you know what I'm saying, and I applaud you for that. That's what's up. Financial analyst most rely on these YouTube reviewers and they don't know next to nothing about the fragrance business. And you're right. You are right. You absolutely right. Because I actually don't know hardly jack shit about fragrances like that either. As you can see, I use my phone. I read the notes off to you guys. I can pick out certain things with my nose at times, like pineapple, apple. I can pick out, certain notes at times. I don't know what everything smells like. I don't know what everything looks like, tastes like, feels like. I just know whether I like something or I don't like something. And that's one reason why people like my channel, because I don't get into analytics and politics on everything. I just tell you guys straight up, this shit is fire and this shit sucks. And that's just what it is with me. A lot of people take it seriously and they get into sitting back and they study fragrances. They sit back, they wear it all day long. They see how long it lasts. They want to see what note in it lasts longer than another, what it changes into each stage. Like, I don't really care about all that. I just want to give you guys some good fragrances, let you guys know how long it lasts on my skin, because it's not going to be the same for everybody. That's just how I rock. By the way, did you ever see the guy who shaved with the head blade that rolls? I looked up the video. I looked up the thing about the skull shaver that somebody else told me about. I looked that up. That looks interesting, and I wouldn't mind having one of those. It's not that pricey, but I don't think I got to look at that video. So if you can send me that link again, send it to me. And my email address, I know you said something about I should get a Google email address. I already had one. I just don't know how to put everything in the description. But my email address is kcrook697@gmail.com. See if you see the description. I think it was in my last video or the video before that. I think I put it in the description, but I don't know if it showed up or not. But it's kcrook697@gmail.com. That's my email address. So if anybody wants to email me anything, you can email me. You can send me pictures. You can also find me on Facebook also. My name is Keith Crook. That's my real name. KEITHCROOK. And it'll be a picture of me in all white. I got on like a white and blue button up with some all white shorts and some white and blue low top casual shoes. It's got a dove in the picture with something in its mouth. And in the background, you'll see a picture of my son and my daughter behind me. My name is Keith Crook, KEITHCROOK. You can find me on Facebook, send me a friend request. You can message me, you can video chat with me. You can call me if you in a store and you want me to check something out or whatever. Any of that. I've had a few subscribers already do that to me. They've already called me. I haven't had a video chat yet, but people message me. We talk fragrances. They message me throughout the day when they get a chance. I always respond. I'm that kind of guy. I'm not too big for nothing. Send the link for the head blade. Okay, that's what's up. Oh, I don't really care nothing about my main email because I don't. There's nothing really that comes through in it anyway, but a bunch of junk mail. I don't. People don't email me like that. So that's why I gave out that email address so y'all can use it if you want to. I don't care. It is what it is. I'm just not gonna flood myself with a whole bunch of different emails and email addresses and all that. Like I'm not finna sit and try to do all of that. I got one decent email address that no one really never sends me anything. I get a bunch of junk mail in it. I rarely check it unless people let me know that they finna send me something. So if you want to use that one, use it. Feel free. It's no big deal. Brian Scott. I got the skull shaver. Does it work good for you? I mean, that seems like it would save time because using a blade, doing it the way I do it is kind of time consuming, especially if I'm like trying to go to the movies. Then I have to start shaving my head early and stuff like that. So it seems like the skull shaver would just, do it and be done with it. Hell yeah. That's what's up. I've tried to use regular, like, I think I have one. Let's see. I have one somewhere. What the hell did I do with it? This is what I was trying to use for my head one time, and it works at times, but it doesn't work. Like if I have a little more hair on my head, I have to shave it down and then use this. Like how it is right now, it's barely enough hair there. I can use it right now and it'll shave it off, but it doesn't work that good. And this is more for like right now. I've shaved already a day or two ago, so it's a little bit of stubble there, and it'll get that off. But if it gets a little thicker than that, this does not work good at all. And then I've had the one with the 3 round blades on it. I've had that one before. I've tried to use that on my head. That didn't work good. So I don't know. It could be the brand also. This is Emerson. Something cheap that I picked up from somewhere. Uh, has that on it. It's pretty cheap. It feels cheap too, but it's not that good. Yeah, I did. I use I actually used um I used to use these disposable razors on my head, and I went from these and I switched over to using one of these because I use this to shave with my beard when I try to cut. And that's only because I used to watch my granddad use this back when I was little, and it was interesting to me that he would never cut himself. I mean, he did nick himself from time to time, but it was just interesting to me that he used to use in which his was better than this. This is cheap. He had one of them good ones back in the day. Uh, I wanted to try this and see. I was nervous as fuck the first time I used one of these because I didn't want to cut my damn scalp. I didn't want to scalp myself. I have nicked myself a few times in the head with this, but I'm getting pretty good with it. But these blades go dull so fast. But I also have some T-edgers that I use also. If I don't feel like shaving my head, I'll just use the T-edgers, cut it down low enough, and then keep it moving. And actually, you can see, I went out yesterday and you can buy the blades for these separate, but I went to the Dollar Tree. That's where I got these from. They only $1. And they come with, I think, like 6 blades, 5 blades in it, double edged blades. And I got 2 more just to have, so I won't run out anytime soon. But if I can find an alternative, like the joint you talking about, that skull shaver, it probably would save me a lot of money in not buying them cheap ass razors no more. Double edged blades are very cheap. Astra Superior Platinums go for about $10 on Amazon. Those razors are made in China for 5 cents. Yeah, I can believe it. They are pretty cheap. You need a decent razor. Yeah, my whole thing is, and I know I shouldn't feel like this because I am a cheap ass, and I know somebody, one of our subscribers comes in and that's the first thing he says, "What's up, cheap ass?" I'm one of them guys who tries to pinch a penny. If I can avoid spending $10 for a razor, like them little disposable razors, I can get a 10-pack of those at the Dollar Tree for $1, versus going to like Walmart and buying one good razor, you know what I'm saying, and spend like 10, 15, $20 on it. Like, I would much rather buy a 10-pack than just buying one. But if I can find something like the head doctor or whatever the hell, that skull shaver thing, that will save me some money, then I'm more than interested in purchasing that. I have looked it up and I seen the price on it, which I don't think is bad for that, especially if it works. Those razors are terrible at Dollar Tree. Get a good razor, and double-edged blades are very cheap. Yeah, I need to look into that. I haven't really had any problems. Like, I don't bump up or nothing like that. I don't have razor burn or nothing like that. They shave pretty good. I do nick myself from time to time. But other than that, I haven't had any real issues. But I do appreciate you trying to put me on game. That's what's up. That's what we're here for. So you can stay out of the Dollar Tree. Yeah, you're right. But I kind of like the Dollar Tree. Um, Sometimes I don't have a lot of money left over after I pay my bills and make sure my kids are straight. So, I can run over to the Dollar Tree and grab a couple of items, good for a few days or a week or so, and not have to spend a whole bunch of money at Publix or Walmart or some stupid shit like that. Which reminds me, I got some grapes in there I need to devour this morning or this afternoon. Now it should be after 12. Yeah, it's 12:30. I haven't even eaten yet. All I've eaten this morning is had a cup of those with no milk, which I don't mind eating dry cereal. I grew up doing that. I also don't mind putting water on my cereal. I bet you a lot of you guys don't do that. And watch somebody jump in here and say, "Hey, why you won't just buy some milk?" Because sometimes I'm lazy as fuck. I work 2 jobs and I don't have time to go to the store. By the time I get off from my second job, everything is closed. Our Walmart don't stay open 24 hours anymore. So there's really not a store out there open when I get off of work. The Costco generic Prilosec and Zantac meds are the best and incredibly cheap. You buy food there in quantity for great prices. Yeah, Costco is just like Sam's Club. And we have a Sam's Club here now. We just got one like maybe last year. They came here. I think it was last year or the year before. Um, it might have been 3 years ago. I have a Sam's Club card. I just don't use it. I don't even go in there. But I have been inside a Sam's Club before, and I think I said this last night in the video. Uh, I was in Jacksonville with one of my ex-girlfriends and my kids and her two kids, and we were walking through the parking lot of Costco in Jacksonville, Florida, and we were gonna go in, but they were closing. So that would have been my first experience in Costco. But I do plan on going back sometime soon. Maybe when I get paid this coming week, I might try it out next weekend and see. Costco only charges 10% above cost. No one offers better customer service than Costco. Did you ever have the Costco roasted chicken? No, I have not had anything from Costco, period. I've never been inside of Costco, ever. Much less ordered anything from Costco. Just Sam's Club. That's the only place I've ever been inside of that was a wholesale store. Where else can you get a jumbo hot dog with unlimited soda for $1.50 or a bottle of water for 25 cents at the takeout food court? Does Sam's Club have cologne? Uh, if the last time I've been in there, I think they do have cologne, but I don't know if I think they were still kind of high. I think they do sell cologne at Sam's. The last time I remember going, I think I was in, I want to say Savannah or Jacksonville, one of the two. And I think I remember them having cologne. I know they sell watches and jewelry and shit like that. I think they did have cologne. I'm not totally sure. If my mind is serving me correctly, I think they do. But I know I've seen you say Costco sells cologne and stuff, so I don't know. All right, well, it looks like we done tapered off. We're down to 4 viewers with 3 likes. And we're at 1 hour and going on 35 minutes. So I think that's about long enough. I need to be trying to get up and find me something to wear. And I am going to do some more homework on this 8+ hours cents for under 20. I might raise that 20 to 30. But I'm going to work on this a little bit more. And if I come up with the video and get it down, I will do it today. If not, is coming soon. You guys have any other questions, comments, suggestions, hit me up and let me know what the deal is. You have my email address. It is kcrook697@gmail.com. You can leave your pictures. You can leave whatever you want to leave in there, as long as it's nothing derogatory. Nothing that I don't want to see. I don't want to be seeing people's dicks and schlongs and all this kind of shit. Please be respectful and courteous, not just to me, but to each other. And I'm out.